Hello all. I hope you are doing practice. Um, Today we are going to discuss about a callback function. So far we have seen many things like a function statement, function definition, um, like higher, not higher order function. We need to discuss like first class citizen, first class function. Yeah, a lot of things, right? So now another interesting thing. This is very important in modern JavaScript because if you want to learn asynchronous JavaScript, yes. Okay, so far we have learned only synchronous things. JavaScript can handle asynchronous things also. Okay, okay, before going to enter into the asynchronous JavaScript, first of all, we should understand what is the callback function. What is the importance of this callback function? Then in the next session, we are going to learn what is the arrow function. Once we understand this callback function and arrow function, and we are going to learn asynchronous JavaScript. So that's going to be very important. Without learning all these concepts, it's very difficult to learn libraries or frameworks on top of JavaScript. And you can't, it's very difficult to work on projects also. So please learn carefully. Okay, fine. Let's jump into the code and then we can understand what is a callback function. Let's see the definition first. A callback function is a function passed into another function as an argument. So the simple definition is if you are able to pass a function as an argument to another function, simply it is a callback function. But why we need to pass it as an argument? So those things we can discuss maybe in video by video. Okay, fine. Let's first of all let's see. We can write some simple functions and we can pass another function as an argument. Let's see how it will work. And maybe you didn't see these kind of things in other programming languages. Suppose if you are coming from, if you know already Java or C Sharp.NET or any other programming languages, maybe this is not, uh, this feature is not available in all other programming languages, that callback function feature. So I'm just creating a simple function that is called addition. So we can take the simple one so that it's easy to understand for every student. So addition. So if you want to do addition, we can do a so we can expect two things. Sorry. And what we will do? So where the sum equal to a plus b, we know how to implement addition. And then simply what we will do? Console.log console.log mm, output. Okay, output colon. Okay, plus sum. Okay, we're displaying like that. So when you invoke this function called addition, and if you are able to pass 10 comma 20, what will happen? This 10 is will go on and store in A, and 20 is go on and copy into the B, and we can do all these things. Everyone knows this because if you are reaching this level, I hope you are already aware of that. Let's see. So we got the output as output 30. Simple. And here understand carefully. So these are the parameters. So we should familiar with the terminology as well, at least from now onwards. So these are the parameters. These like you are passing 10 and 20 because whenever you are invoking the function and what are the details you are providing, those are the arguments. Okay, arguments. So here, okay, we are able to pass a number. Okay, even suppose, for example, you can pass a string also. Okay, if you pass the string, what will happen? Hello, and okay, good morning. So what will happen? So hello will copy into A and good morning is going to copy into B, and they will do addition and it will print hello good morning. There is no problem with us with this, at least for this logic. That means we can pass a number and a string as an argument to another function. In the similar way, we can pass a suppose we can pass array. Suppose I'm passing mask details like 70 comma 80 comma 90. Suppose there's the mask details. Yes, we can pass it. We can store here. We can take a different parameter name like marks. What will happen? This array of information will store into this marks. That's fine. Here, let me. I'm just okay. I'm not taking any other implementation here. Simply, I'm just logging those details. So that means this is also fine. This is also fine, right? Simple. Yes, that means we can pass array also as a argument, and even we can pass an object also. Object like first name colon k and last name colon some y. Okay, what will happen? So if you take this is like student details like some student sorry information student information. So here you can do console.log. Okay, okay, student dot first name. So if once you got the details in this function body, you can do anything with the help of that information. You can implement other logic. Okay, here we should understand that we should able to pass a number as an argument, at the same time we can pass a string as an argument, array as an argument, at the same time object as an argument. Now what the callback function is saying, a callback function is a function passed into another function as an argument. This is simple. Okay, simple. So what it is saying, so can you pass a function also as an argument? Okay, what it expecting, just pass another function. So let just forget, don't worry about the reason why we need to pass the function as an argument or something. But if you're able to pass a function as an argument to another function, that is called the callback. Simple. Okay, function like is it, otherwise okay, even you don't need to give a name also because it will copy into that. If you give a name, that is also not problem. So function simple, and you can say console.log, console.log and the callback function. Simple. So what I'm doing, I'm passing a simple function as an argument. How we are able to pass a number, string, array, object, now function. So if you are able to pass this as a argument to this function, this is function invocation. This is the actual function definition. So if you are able to pass, so here you can give any name, like you can give a callback function, or you can give your own name, like I'm just giving Raghu. No problem. Because what will happen, that function will copy into this a variable called Raghu. Now this Raghu is a function, so it's instead of naming, it's better to go with a callback function. This is the callback function, or you can say call me back something. So this is the function, because if 70, 80 and 90, this array of information is going to store in this variable, then it is an array, right? This is an object. This is a function. So what is the use of function? You can invoke it, right? You can invoke it. Call me back. So now let's see. So 80 is going to store in A, and good morning is stored into B, and this array of information stored into the mark, and this object information is going to store in this variable, and our superhero for this today's session, that is a callback function. This function is also going to store in this variable that is called callback. Now if you see, just invoke that function. Even if you have a doubt, just do a console.log and check whether it is a function or not. Okay, call me back. So just refresh and boom. So if you see, whenever you are logging that call me back, it is clearly giving the syntax of that function, the function and the parenthesis console.log. I'm the callback function, and whenever you invoke that function, it is displaying that message called I'm the callback function. This is as simple as the definition or implementation, whatever. This is the callback function, nothing more than that. We don't need to break our heads to understand what is a callback function. I hope you guys understood. If you understand, just ping me in the comment like yes, understood. Oh, before that, do practice, okay, and then just ping me yes. Okay, without practice we can't remember, we can't learn anything. Of course, everyone knows that. Okay, now we understand at least what is a callback function. Okay, here, okay, instead of writing these many things, let me simplify, because to understand what is the difference between the argument and the parameter, and you should know that we can pass a number and string, any kind of thing, as an argument to other function. So in that process, if you're able to pass a function as an argument, then it is a callback function. Okay, once you understand these things, so that we can focus on callback functions only now. So instead of this all unnecessary stuff, so that it's going to be very easy. So at least, okay, marks details is there, so we can focus, we can take three parameters only. Now what I'm doing, I'm declaring variables like this, var x is equal to 10, okay, and var y equal to 30. These are two numbers. Okay, and you can define this function also. Okay, you can store this function into a variable. That's already we have learned, right? Var print something, print output. Okay, print output. This is the function. So now what I'm doing, so if you provide any result, so there's some end result, what it will do, it will print the output symbol. So first, now just keep aside and just try to understand what we are doing, then it's going to be very easy. Okay, how to use a callback function. So where x is equal to 10, y is equal to 30, print output. So if you know the function, if you call this function and if you provide the result, it is going to display in a beautiful way. That's what the purpose of this function. So how I'm printing, how I want to print, I want to add some beautiful stars. Okay, here I will print the result, and after that again I will do a console.log, and I'm just going to print in a beautiful way. This is what my expectation. Whenever I got the result, I want to give some stars, and again I need to display the result. Again I need to give a stars just for fun. Okay, so suppose if you want to invoke this function, just print output. Okay, here if you pass anything like okay, otherwise we can say welcome to callback function, CBF callback function. So what it will do, it will print in a beautiful way. I mean, this is the purpose of that simple function. So anyone can use it, anyone can use that function. So now here, understand clearly. So what we are doing now, suppose we have a function called addition. So here a, if you pass a value and b value, it will do the addition and it will print the output. So here, instead of printing like this normally, already we have a beautiful print output function is there. Why can't we use that facility? So okay, every time instead of printing simply like console.log output sum, what I want to do, because already a function is there. If you give a result, what is the result is a sum. If I give a sum to this print out, it will display beautifully. So what I'm doing here simply, now what you can do, so you can pass x value and y value, right? At the same time, you can pass this print out also, print output. So here, one important thing, you should not invoke this. You should not invoke it because we are, if you invoke it, it will return the result. Okay, just we should pass the function because this addition will take care of that invoking that function. We are just providing the reference to this function only. Then what will happen? This x means a 10 is going to store in A, and what is the value of y? 30 will store into B, and what is the value of printout? It is a function that this function reference is going to store in call me back. Simple. So here, simple, instead of doing console.log like this, just call him. He will take care of how to print that in a beautiful way because he knows that this print output function is specialized in printing the result in a beautiful way. So instead of printing individually, here you can use him. So just refresh, so it's working fine. So here whenever you invoke normally and if you have sent a welcome to CBF, it's working fine. And here, so we are getting the 40, means it is coming, it is invoking inside the addition function. So in this situation we can call this is the callback function because this printout you are passing as an argument to this function, the function name called addition, so that this function reference here is called the callback function. Okay, we can do one more thing also. Okay, without passing this one, without passing this one as a callback function, without passing also we can invoke it, right? So if you see, we can invoke this print output. Okay, without invoking print output. So, right, we can call a function which is defined outside the function. We can call it inside. What's wrong with this? We can get the same result. If you see, we are passing x and y, and x value is going to store in A, y value is going to store in B, and it will calculate the sum. After that, we are just calling this printout, and we are passing the sum. Definitely, it will give a same result. Same result. Just refresh. Boom. Okay. If it is giving the same result, if it is giving the same result, why we need to pass it as a callback function? Why we need to put extra effort? Okay, that is the concept. Okay, because okay, in this example, in this simple addition a comma b, yeah, if you pass a function as an argument to another function, and this is not going to be a perfect example for the advantages of using callback function, But actually, the purpose of callback function is different. This is just to understand what is callback function. Okay, definition of the callback function, how it will work. Okay, but here this is very simple than passing a function as an argument to another function. But callback functions are very, very, very useful in asynchronous programming. Asynchronous. So just wait for one more session. In the next session, we are going to understand arrow functions. Okay. Once we understand arrow functions, we are going to enter into asynchronous programming. So there you will understand exact importance of callback function. Then you will feel that, oh, callback functions are very important. Okay. So please do a practice with multiple examples and just understand it properly and remember the concept, at least definition, and how to use that. Then when we enter into the asynchronous programming languages, it's going to be very easy for you. Okay, I hope you guys understood. First, do practice and revise whatever the thing you have learned so far, because now a lot of things are there: function definition, function statement, anonymous function, and first class function. Today we are learning, like, we have learned um, callback function. Tomorrow we are going to learn arrow function. After that we are going to learn higher order function. Okay, lots of concepts just surrounded by the function itself. So if you don't revise, if you don't learn properly, you will go into a mess up. You will be in a confusion state. So please learn one by one and note down properly and revise. Revision is very important. Then only you will remember for a long time. Thank you. And of course, yes, we are going to do a projects. Don't worry, because I'm focusing on the fundamentals. Okay. Yes, once we become good in fundamentals, then doing the projects is not a big deal. Okay. Thank you and see you in the next video with arrow functions. Bye bye.